The alien ship named Thalkir floated in the middle of deep space. There were no stars close by, no planets, and no space stations. Just silence. The ship had been damaged weeks ago by a sudden storm of tiny meteors. The storm had come from nowhere and punched holes in the side of the ship. Some of the ship's systems stopped working. The engines shut down. The lights became weak. The ship could not move anymore. Captain Ilorin stood on the bridge of the Thalkir. He looked tired. His smooth purple skin looked pale under the flickering lights. He was a strong leader, but even he was starting to lose hope. The crew had been sending out distress signals every day, hoping someone would hear. But no one had answered. Ilorin turned to his second officer, Jural. "Status?" Jural shook his head. "Same as before, no replies. Oxygen is now at 40%, power is dropping." Ilorin nodded slowly. He looked around the bridge. His crew sat quietly at their stations. They were scared, but they trusted him. Most of them were younger than him. He felt responsible for every one of them. He opened a channel to the whole ship. "This is your captain. We are still waiting for a reply to our signals. I know the situation is hard, but we must stay calm. We will continue to send signals. Help may still come. Hold on." In the lower decks, the crew listened. Some sat in the halls too tired to work. Others helped fix small parts of the ship. Everyone felt the pressure. Water and food were getting low. The temperature was cold. Each day felt longer than the last. On the engineering deck, a young crew member named Sira worked with her tools. Her hands were shaking. She tried to fix a damaged power cable. It sparked. She jumped back. "Careful," said Larn, her mentor. "We can't afford more damage." "I'm sorry," she said quietly. I can't feel my fingers." Larn gave her a blanket. "Rest a bit. I'll take over." Back, on the bridge, Ilorin sat in his chair. He watched the dark screen in front of him. It showed empty space. The stars looked far away, like cold eyes staring at them. Suddenly, a weak signal beeped. One of the crew members looked up. "Captain, a new signal. Different from ours." Ilorin stood. "Show me." The screen showed a strange pattern. It was a voice message, but not in their language. It sounded rough and deep. The message repeated. It was clearly someone trying to speak to them. "Can we understand it?" Ilorin asked. Jural shook his head. "Not yet. The computer needs time to study it, but it is not from any known race in this area." Ilorin leaned forward. "Keep listening. Record everything. Try to respond. Tell them who we are." For the first time in days, there was hope. Someone was out there. In the communication room, a team worked to understand the signal. They played it again and again. It sounded like a greeting. There were pauses, then more words. One word came up often. It sounded like human. "What does that mean?" Sira asked. Larn replied, "I've heard stories. A species from the other side of the galaxy, humans. Some say they are explorers. Others say they stay to themselves." "Do they help others?" she asked. "No one really knows." Ilorin met with his senior crew in the small meeting room. The lights were dim. "We might have a chance," he said. "But we must be careful. If this is a new race, we don't know their intentions." "They could be pirates," said one officer. "Or they could be rescuers," said Jural. They answered when no one else did. Ilorin looked around the table. "We are running out of time. We must trust. Begin preparations in case they come closer. Clean the docking ports. Prepare to welcome visitors." Over the next few hours, the crew worked with new energy. They cleaned the halls, fixed lights, and cleared the main entry bay. They didn't know who was coming, but they wanted to look ready. Outside the ship, far in the distance, a small light blinked. It was moving. A ship was coming. Ilorin stood at the window. He saw the light grow brighter. His hands were behind his back. He whispered to himself, "Come quickly." The signal grew stronger. The computer started to understand more words. "We, here, You. Help. Is. On. Way. Sierra read the words on the screen and smiled. For the first time in weeks, someone had answered. In deep space where no one had passed in years, a small human ship had heard a call for help, and it was coming. Commander Rachel Knox stood on the bridge of the human ship Horizon Dawn. Her dark eyes were focused on the screen. A strange signal had come in hours ago. It was not human. It was alien. But there was something familiar in the message. It was a call for help. The crew was quiet. They were all waiting for her decision. First Officer Daniel Brooks stood beside her. He looked at the screen, then at her. "We are already 2 days behind on our mission," he said. Rachel did not look at him. "Someone out there needs help. We can't ignore it." "We don't even know who they are," Daniel said. "Could be a trap." "Maybe," Rachel said. "But it's a risk we have to take." She turned to the pilot. "Change course. Take us to the source of the signal." The ship moved through deep space. Hours passed. The signal grew stronger. The crew listened to the message again and again. They could not understand the words, but they could hear fear in the voice. In the science lab, Marcus Hale worked on translating the message. He was good with languages. He had studied many alien tongues, but this one was different. It was old, soft, and strange. "This will take time," Marcus said to the captain. "But I think they are asking for help. I can pick out a few ideas. Power, failure, oxygen, fear." Rachel nodded. "Keep working, every word helps." Down in engineering, Lily Grant checked the ship's systems. If they had to give power or supplies, they had to be ready. She checked the fuel lines, the power core, and the docking systems. "We are good to go," she told her assistant. "If we meet, then we can help." The ship reached the edge of a dark region in space. The stars looked dim. On the screen, a small dot appeared. "That must be them," Rachel said. "Slow approach. Keep shields up just in case." The alien ship was large and shaped, like a wing. Parts of it were broken. Lights flickered on the surface. It looked old and weak. Rachel stared at it. "Open a channel. Try to speak to them." The crew sent a simple message. "This is the human ship Horizon Dawn. We received your call. We want to help." There was a pause. Then a reply came. The words were not clear, but the voice sounded hopeful. "They are trying," Marcus said. "They don't speak our language, but they understand we are here to help." Rachel smiled. "Prepare a team. We are going over." She picked Marcus, Lily, and Olivia Dean, the ship's medic. Daniel was not happy. "Let me go instead," he said. "It's not safe for you." "I need to see them myself," Rachel said. "They need to know we mean peace." The shuttle moved from the Horizon Dawn to the alien ship. It was a short ride but felt long. No one spoke. They looked out at the strange vessel. When they reached the docking bay, they found the doors stuck. Lily used a tool to open them. The air was thin inside. Olivia gave everyone small oxygen masks. They stepped into the ship. The walls were smooth and dark. Lights flickered. The air was cold. A group of aliens waited for them. They were tall, with purple skin and large black eyes. One of them stepped forward. He looked older than the rest. Rachel stepped forward too. She held up her hands. "We are here to help." The alien looked at her. He spoke slowly in his own language. Marcus listened and recorded the words. "He is their captain," Marcus said. "His name is Aloran. He welcomes us." Aloran spoke again. He pointed to the walls, the floor, the lights. Marcus nodded. "They are running out of power. Life support is low. Many are sick." Rachel looked at Olivia. "Start helping the sick." Olivia opened her kit and began checking the Virellans. She gave them medicine and warm packs. Some of them smiled. One young alien held her hand. Lily looked at the power systems. They were badly damaged. "We can fix this," she said, "but we need tools from our ship." Rachel opened her comm. "Send over a repair kit and more oxygen tanks." Back on the Horizon Dawn, Daniel watched the screen. He saw his captain working with the aliens. He still did not trust them. He spoke to the pilot. Keep weapons ready, just in case. Rachel spent hours on the alien ship. She helped move supplies. She listened to the stories the aliens shared. They had been alone for many days. No one had come. They had almost given up. Aloran showed her a small room where messages were stored. It was full of old signals. Most had gone unanswered. We thought no one would ever come, he said through Marcus. Rachel looked at the screen. You are not alone anymore. We heard you. We came. Back on the Horizon Dawn, the crew worked to prepare more supplies. More people were ready to go over and help. Trust was growing. In deep space, in the cold and dark, two different species had met. Not for war, not for trade, but for something simple. One needed help. The other chose to give it, and that choice changed everything. The human team worked side by side with the Virulons on the alien ship. Rachel Knox moved through the halls of the Thalkir with care. The lights were still weak, and some parts of the floor felt soft under her boots. She stopped to check on Olivia, who was treating a young Virulon lying on a bench. He will be okay, Olivia said. He just needs food, rest, and warm air. Rachel nodded. She looked around the room. There were at least 10 more Virulons sitting or lying down. They looked tired, but no longer afraid. Marcus sat with Captain Aloran, going through recordings and signals. He pointed to a symbol on the screen and said the human word for it. Aloran repeated it, then gave the Virulan word. Bit by bit, they built a list of shared words. We can understand more now, Marcus told Rachel. They are peaceful. They were on a mission to speak with another race, but the storm hit them first. Rachel said, they were lucky to survive. Marcus agreed. Yes, and they are thankful we came. In the control room, Lily worked on the power system. Wires hung from the ceiling. The air smelled like burnt metal. A young Virulan named Relly helped her. He did not speak human words, but he learned fast. Give me that tool, Lily said, pointing. Rella handed it to her. She smiled. Good. You're learning fast. She fixed a broken panel and tested it. The lights grew brighter. Rella clapped his hands and made a soft sound that seemed like a laugh. We might just bring this ship back to life, Lily said. On the Horizon Dawn, Daniel Brooks watched the progress reports. He still had doubts. He walked through the ship, checking weapons and security. He spoke to the captain over the comm. You sure it's safe to keep our people over there so long? Rachel answered. They are not a threat, Daniel. We've helped them, and they are helping us in return. That may be true, Daniel said, but I will stay alert, just in case. Hours passed. The human and Virulan crews ate together in the Thalkir's main hall. The food was shared. The Virulans offered their last fruit-like rations, and the humans gave warm protein bars and drinks. They sat in small groups, showing photos from their ships, families, and homes. Rachel sat next to Aloran. She showed him a picture of Earth. This is my planet, she said. It is full of oceans, forests, and cities. Aloran looked closely and showed a photo of Virulan. His world had silver trees and glowing rivers. Beautiful, Rachel said. Aloran pointed to the stars. He touched his chest, then pointed to Rachel. It was a simple gesture. It meant we are not so different. Later that day, a small explosion happened in the lower deck of the Thalkir. Smoke filled the air. Rachel and Lily ran to the spot. 2 humans were hurt. One had a cut on his head. Another had a burned arm. What happened? Rachel asked. Lily checked. The wires. One of the power lines was unstable. Maybe we connected it wrong. Daniel got the report. He spoke over the comm quickly. I knew this would happen. Get our people back. This is not safe. Rachel stood firm. It was an accident. No one planned this. We are not leaving yet. Some humans became nervous. One said, Can we trust them? What if it happens again? Rachel called a meeting. She stood in front of both crews. Her voice was calm. We came here to help. We fixed much of their ship. We learned their names, their hopes, their fears. We sat at the same table. We are not enemies. We must not let fear break what we are building. Aloran stepped beside her. He placed his hand on her shoulder. Then he spoke in slow, broken human words. We thank, we trust, we fix, we friend. The crews clapped, some smiled. The mood became warm again. Marcus showed his new translation device. He had added many Varellan words. We can speak more now, he said. Not perfect, but enough to understand each other. Rachel walked with Aloran through the ship. Soon you will be able to move again, she said. We can go to a station together. You can rest, get supplies. Aloran looked at her. We would like that very much. In engineering, Lily and Rel finished repairs on the engine starter. Lights turned green. The ship hummed softly. That's a good sound, Lily said. She's waking up. Rel gave a small smile and a short nod. Back on the Horizon Dawn, Daniel finally relaxed. He watched the alien ship from the window. Maybe I was wrong, he said quietly. The next day, the crews stood together in the main hall of the Thalkir. The human flag and the Varellan symbol were placed side by side. Rachel looked at both crews. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Our people met in a hard moment, but we found something strong. We found friendship. Aloran stepped forward. We will tell our people. We will not forget. The hall was quiet for a moment. Then someone began to clap. Soon, everyone joined in. 2 ships, 2 peoples, 1 moment in space and a shared future that had just begun. A few weeks passed since the Thalkir left the station. Life on the Horizon Dawn returned to normal. But something had changed. The crew felt different. They had seen the value of peace and the power of working with others. Rachel Knox still spent time looking out at the stars. She thought often about Aloran and his people. She hoped they were safe. She hoped they had made it back home. Marcus Hale received a message from Earth. He was invited to speak at a science conference. They wanted to hear about the Varellan ship, their technology, and how he helped repair it. Marcus smiled and accepted. Guess I'm famous now, he joked to Olivia. Just don't forget us when you're standing on a big stage, she said, laughing. Lily was busy helping engineers on the station. They wanted her input on building better systems that could help other species too. She missed Rel, but she enjoyed the work. He would have liked this, she told Rachel one day. He always wanted to fix everything, Rachel nodded. You did more than fix a ship. You helped change something big. Daniel Brooks worked closely with Station Command. He helped create a guide for future missions, in case other ships found unknown life out there. His voice was calm and full of thought. We should be ready, he said. Not just with weapons, but with open minds. Back on Earth, the news about the first peaceful contact with alien life continued to spread. People wrote articles, made videos, and held talks. Children in schools learned the names of the Horizon Dawn and the Thalkir. One day, a message came from deep space. It was from the Thalkir. Aloran appeared on the screen, smiling. We are safe. We reached home. Our people welcome your message. We hope to meet again. Rachel smiled when she saw it. They made it, she said softly. A few days later, the Horizon Dawn was called for a new mission. A research ship had gone missing, near a gas giant on the edge of known space. They were asked to search for it. Rachel gathered her crew. We have a new job. It might be hard, but I know we can do it. Everyone nodded. They were ready. They had been through much, but they were strong together. As the ship moved into deep space again, Marcus looked at the star map. So many stars still out there, he said. And maybe more friends, Lily added. The ship flew forward, lights glowing. Days passed as they traveled. Then they found signs of the missing ship. It had crash-landed on a small moon. Rachel sent a team to check. They found the crew alive, hiding in a cave. Their ship had lost power during a storm. We thought no one would come, the captain of the research ship said. We always come, Rachel said. You're not alone. The rescued crew joined the Horizon Dawn. Repairs began. They would all head back to the station together. As they flew, Rachel wrote in her log, "We found life in space. And we found hope. There are dangers, yes, but there is also light. And as long as we fly forward, we will find more." One night, Rachel sat in the quiet of the bridge. Daniel joined her again. "You ever think about what's next?" he asked. "All the time," she said. "But I try to take it one step at a time." "Good way to think," Daniel said. "Step by step, star by star." As the Horizon Dawn moved through space, its lights shined in the dark. It had become more than a ship. It was a symbol of courage, of peace, of what could be. The stars waited, and the humans were ready to meet them. Some days later, the Horizon Dawn picked up a strange signal. It came from a distant system that no one had visited before. The signal was weak but repeated in a clear pattern. Rachel and her crew gathered around. "The monitor. It could be another ship," Olivia said. "Or something else," Daniel added. Rachel listened to the message again. It did not sound like any known human code, but it also did not sound like the Thalkir. It was something new. "Set course," Rachel ordered. "Let's find out." The ship turned and headed toward the unknown system. The crew worked together, preparing for anything. As they got closer, the signal became stronger. They reached the system in 3 days. A small planet came into view. It was rocky and covered in clouds. The signal came from the surface. Rachel sent a drone to check. The video showed a strange structure made of stone and metal. It looked old but still active. Lights flashed in a slow rhythm. Marcus studied the pattern. "It's a code, but it's not for words, it's for music." "Music?" Lily asked. "Yes. Like a song. A welcome song, maybe." Rachel decided to land. They chose a safe place not far from the signal. A small team went with her. As they stepped on the surface, the wind was soft and the sky gray. They walked to the structure. It stood tall like a tower, with curved sides and glowing stones. Suddenly, a small orb floated out. It moved slowly, circling the team. Then it stopped in front of Rachel and played a soft sound. "It's greeting us," Daniel said. The orb flashed and then showed a picture in the air. It was a star map. A path was marked in red. "It's showing us a place," Marcus said. "A place it wants us to go." Rachel nodded. It could be another signal, or another kind of message. The orb blinked again and flew back into the structure. The music stopped. The team returned to the ship. Rachel shared the map with the crew. "We came here because of a call," she said. "This is another call, and maybe it's from someone waiting, someone who needs help." The crew agreed. They had answered one call before. They could answer another. The Horizon Dawn left the planet. The new path was long, but they followed it. The stars lit the way, and in the quiet of space the music still echoed in their minds, a message from far away. A new story waiting to begin. The Horizon Dawn continued its journey through space, following the path shown by the strange orb. The star map was detailed but mysterious, leading them far from known systems. Rachel sat in the captain's chair, watching the stars drift by. "Me to end. Far until we reach the marked point?" she asked. Marcus looked at the screen. 3 more days if nothing slows us down." "Let's hope for a smooth trip," Rachel said. During those days, the crew stayed busy. Olivia worked in the control room, checking signals. Daniel read through logs of past missions, trying to find any match to the kind of technology they had seen on the planet. Lily studied the drone footage, hoping to learn more about the orb and the music. "It feels peaceful," she said. "But also strange. I can't tell what kind of people built that place," Rachel agreed. "Whoever they are, they wanted us to follow." On the 3rd day, they reached the end of the path. It led to a system with 1 bright star and 4 planets. The signal came from the 2nd planet, which had a glowing ring around it. The surface looked rich in color, with blue oceans and green land. "It looks like it could support life," Daniel said. Let's take a closer look, Rachel ordered. They moved into orbit and sent another drone. This time the video showed something even more surprising. There were buildings on the surface, tall towers, smooth roads, and lights that glowed in patterns. But there were no signs of people. A whole city, Lily whispered, but empty. Rachel felt uneasy. Why build a city and leave it? They decided to land. The crew selected a safe area near the edge of the city. The buildings were tall and clean, like they had been kept in good condition by machines. The team walked through the quiet streets. Everything looked ready to be used, but no one was there. Lights turned on as they moved and doors opened without touch. It's like the city is waiting, Marcus said. In the center of the city, they found a large building, shaped like a dome. Inside, they found more glowing panels and a large screen. The screen turned on by itself, showing a figure. It was not human, but it looked calm and friendly. The figure spoke in a soft voice, not in words, but in tones and music. It's another message, Daniel said, like a story in sound. The tones told of a people who once lived here. They were travelers, builders, and lovers of peace. But something had come from far away, a danger that forced them to leave. Before leaving, they made a system to guide peaceful beings to their home, to keep the city ready for the future. They hoped someone like us would come one day, Lily said. Rachel listened closely. They left a message, a warning, and maybe a gift. As the music ended, the screen showed a small door open on the side of the dome. Inside was a round device glowing with soft blue light. Marcus scanned it. It holds data, a full map of their worlds, their science, and maybe their history. Rachel picked it up carefully. This is what they left us, a key to understanding them. Back on the ship, the crew studied the device. It took hours, but they started to unlock parts of it. It showed star paths, energy systems, and peaceful teachings. There were also warnings, dark clouds on the edge of space, places the lost people said to avoid. Daniel looked at the screen. Whatever forced them to leave may still be out there. Rachel nodded. But we now have something they wanted us to have. We will learn from it, and we will be ready. The Horizon Dawn stayed in orbit for 2 more days, recording everything. They sent a full report back to Earth. The Science Council and leaders would want to know. One night, Rachel stood at the viewing window. Olivia joined her. Do you think they'll ever come back? Olivia asked. Maybe, Rachel said. Or maybe they've moved on. But we found what they left behind, and that means we're part of their story now. They watched the stars in silence. When the ship left the planet, the city lights dimmed behind them. The message had been received. The path had been followed. Now it was time to share what they had found. As they traveled back toward known space, the crew felt different again. They had seen something rare. Not just signs of life, but signs of hope, of planning, of peace left for strangers to find. And in the quiet of deep space, that hope stayed with them. The Horizon Dawn flew on, carrying the gift of a lost people. The stars had spoken and the humans had listened. The Horizon Dawn moved through space again, now heading toward the nearest human station. The crew was still thinking about the empty city and the message left behind. Everyone felt that the journey had become more than a mission. It was something greater now. Rachel Knox sat at her desk, looking over the data from the glowing device. She had sent the first part to Earth, but there was still more to unlock. It was like opening a story 1 page at a time. Marcus Hale entered the room. I think I found something new. It's a section about their energy systems. They used power from stars in a way we've never seen. Clean, strong, and endless. Rachel nodded. This could change everything for us. It could, Marcus agreed. But it also talks about danger. A shadow, they called it, something they feared. Rachel leaned forward. A shadow? What kind of danger? They never showed it, but they said it moved between stars, silent, taking worlds. They built the city as a message in case it came back. Rachel stayed quiet for a moment. Then she said, "We need to warn Earth, and we need to prepare." The crew kept working. Daniel. Brooks searched the history files. He found records of strange signals near old stars, places that went quiet with no reason. Some of the signals were like echoes of what they found in the lost city. Maybe the shadow is real, he said, and maybe it's getting closer. Meanwhile, Lily studied the map. She saw that one marked path ended near a region full of gas clouds. It was marked with a red line and a symbol. That symbol means danger, she said. They marked it clearly. Rachel called a meeting in the main room. The crew sat around the table, serious and focused. We found something important, she said. Not just science, but a warning. We don't know if this danger is near, but we need to act like it is. We'll finish the data report. Then we head to Earth. Everyone agreed. They had to move fast. 2 days later, something strange happened. A ship appeared on their long-range scanner. It was not human. It was not Thalkir. It was something new. It's heading toward us, Olivia said. No response to messages. Rachel gave the order to raise shields but not to fire. Let's not start with fear, she said, but let's be ready. The ship came closer and then stopped. It was dark in color with no windows. Then a light flashed from its side, a message in symbols. Marcus studied it. It's like the writing from the city. I think they were connected. Rachel ordered the message to be answered with a peaceful signal. A moment later, the alien ship sent another message. This time it showed an image. A planet covered in clouds, then a dark shape moving over it. It's a warning, Daniel said. They know about the shadow too. The alien ship turned and moved away. It left behind a small pod. The Horizon Dawn picked it up. Inside was another data device. Lily worked on it. It's a record of battles, of lost worlds, of survivors. Rachel listened to the sounds on the record. Screams, crashes, and then silence. She felt cold. This is what they feared. This is what's coming. The ship changed course. They needed to reach Earth faster. The engines were pushed to full speed. Days passed with tension. The crew worked, day and night, trying to learn everything from the alien data. Some of it matched what they had already found. Other parts were new and darker. Marcus found something in the files. The shadow is not just a force. It's alive. Not one being, but many. They move like a wave. They don't talk. They just take. Rachel looked at the stars outside. And we might be next. When they finally reached the human station, they sent all data at once. Rachel spoke with command through a clear channel. We found signs of a lost people, and warnings about a dark force in space. We need to prepare. We don't know how close it is, but we can't wait. The station leaders were shocked but listened. They called experts from Earth. New teams were sent to study the data. Ships were told to stay alert. The Horizon Dawn docked at the station. Some of the crew went to rest. Others joined the new teams. Rachel stayed in the ship, looking at the last part of the alien message. It showed a star, a place the shadow had not touched yet. This might be a safe place, she said to herself. Olivia entered. You're thinking about going there, aren't you? Yes, Rachel said. We need to know more. And if there's anyone out there still fighting, we should find them. Olivia nodded. Then we go. Rachel smiled. Not yet. We let Earth decide. But if they say yes, we'll be ready. Outside the window, the stars waited. Some held peace. Some held danger. But the crew of the Horizon Dawn had made their choice. They would not turn away. They had heard the call, and they would keep going. For Earth. For the stars. For hope. The crew of the Horizon Dawn stayed on the station for a few more days. Repairs were finished, supplies were restocked, and everyone had some time to rest. But no one forgot the warning they had brought back. The shadow was real, and it was coming. Rachel, Knox sat with Earth Command on a secure channel. Scientists and leaders listened as she showed them the alien recordings, the map, and the messages. We don't know how much time we have, she said. But we do know this thing is moving through space. It destroys planets, it leaves nothing. A general spoke. And you believe there are still survivors out there? Yes, Rachel said. The data shows one area the shadow hasn't reached. We think others may be hiding there. We can find them, and maybe we can learn how to stop this. The leaders talked for a long time. Then they gave their answer. You have permission to go, one of them said. You will lead a new mission. We'll call it Dawn Watch. Find who's out there. Bring back anything we can use. Rachel thanked them and turned off the screen. She walked back to the ship. Her crew was already waiting. We're going, she said. And this time, we're not alone. 2 more ships joined the Horizon Dawn. One was a science vessel with new scanners. The other was a defense ship with strong weapons. Their crews were young but trained. They looked at the Horizon Dawn's crew with respect. You were the first, one of the new captains told Rachel. Now we follow you. Rachel nodded. Then let's go together. The small fleet jumped into deep space. The journey was long, through places no one had explored. The maps were old. Some stars had died. Others had changed. Daniel Brooks watched the readings. It's quiet out here. Too quiet. Lily looked at the stars. But not empty. I feel like something is watching. After a week of travel, they reached the edge of the safe zone. The place marked on the alien map was near. They stopped to scan. The science ship picked up a signal. It's faint, said one of their crew. But it's there. Rachel looked at the map. That's the planet, the one they said was safe. They moved in slowly. The planet was small, green, and covered in clouds. It looked peaceful, but they knew better now. Peace could hide danger. The Horizon Dawn sent a message. There was no reply. Then the science ship sent a drone down. The video showed small buildings, round and made of stone. Lights blinked in the windows. There's life down there, Marcus said. Let's go. Rachel led a landing team. They stepped onto the planet and looked around. The air was clean. The ground was soft. And in the distance they saw people. They were tall, with gray skin and large eyes. They wore long robes and moved slowly. One of them raised a hand. Rachel stepped forward. We come in peace, she said. We're from Earth. The alien looked at her. Then he spoke in slow, careful words. We knew you would come. The others told us. You saw the message. Rachel nodded. We saw it. And we heard about the shadow. The alien's face became serious. It is real. It is near. You must listen. They took the team to a large hall. Inside were more of their kind. Some were old, some young. They showed the humans a long wall with carvings. It told the story of the shadow. We tried to fight, the alien said. But it cannot be stopped with weapons. It moves like thought. It learns. It breaks systems. It turns machines against their makers. Daniel asked, Then how did you survive? We hid, the alien said. We turned off our signals. We went quiet. Rachel looked around. But you're sending signals now? Yes, he said. We sent them to find help, not to fight, to warn, and to share. The aliens gave them a crystal. It glowed with a soft blue light. This holds what we learned. Not just about the shadow, but about life, balance, and peace. Use it well. Rachel took the crystal. Thank you. We will. As they returned to the ship, the clouds above grew darker. Olivia called from the Horizon Dawn. We picked up a signal. Something is coming fast. Rachel ran to the shuttle. The crew lifted off and flew back. In orbit, the other ships were already on alert. It's not one ship, Olivia said. It's many. The shadow had found them. From the dark edge of space, ships appeared. Black, sharp, and silent. They moved like shadows. No lights. No sound, but they were fast. Rachel gave the order. Defense ship, form a wall. Science ship, protect the data. We hold them off. The battle began. The Horizon Dawn fired its weapons. The shadow ships moved like ghosts. Some were hit and broke apart. Others came closer. The defense ship was strong, but the shadow was stronger. One of their ships was hit. It spun and crashed into the planet. Rachel shouted, "Fall back to the far side of the planet. We need more time." The ships moved fast. The aliens on the planet sent up shields they had hidden tech from long ago. It bought them a few more minutes. Marcus ran to Rachel. "I have an idea. The crystal. It's more than data. It's a signal. It might scare them, or call for help." Rachel looked at the crystal. It pulsed in her hand. "Let's try." They sent the signal. A bright light shot into space. For a moment, the shadow ship stopped. Then slowly they pulled back. Daniel watched in shock. It worked. They're leaving. The crew stood still. No one spoke. Then Olivia said, "For now." Rachel looked at the stars. "They'll be back. We need to be ready." They returned to the station with the crystal, the story, and a warning. The mission had changed. It was no longer just about rescue. It was about survival, and the real fight was just beginning.